still in the month of January, which means that it's quite likely that you are unable to go a day in your life without hearing the name of a new diet. Either someone on your Facebook feed is trying one and they're writing about it or asking some questions, or there's a pop-up ad with a new diet name, or you're flicking through a magazine and you see 10 pages and one after the other is recommending a new diet. And the truth is, in my opinion, the vast majority of these are going to be fad diets. So I define a fad diet as something that is a short-term quick fix that isn't part of a sustainable lifestyle. And the reason I believe this is because if you actually look at the principles of a lot of the major sort of diet plans, they do seem either very restrictive, very expensive, or just generally really inconvenient and clunky. And this is something that I have seen across the board virtually. So I'm not going to be naming any diets in this video, I'm just going to be going through my sort of checklist of how I would determine if a diet was a fad diet. So if the name of a diet is a brand name, then it's very, very likely that there's going to be someone probably in a mansion in LA making a lot of money off this brand. The nature of a business is that they want you to buy into it, and whilst you would hope that the majority of the time that was done in an ethical way, you've got to be sort of face reality sometimes and just kind of see that sometimes it may not be the case, and it may be that what you're being sold isn't actually healthy or wholesome or even just what it seems. There are so many ways to have a healthy diet without buying into the brand of the diet and the title of the diet. And by that I don't necessarily mean that it's one particular food brand, it's more like someone who's come up with this diet, whoever they may be or whichever company that may be. So I'm not saying that this is the case 100% of the time, but what I am saying is that if there is someone making a lot of money off a particular diet, it's worth looking into it a lot more before you try it. Next, I believe that any diet that tells you to cut out fruit and vegetables is most likely a load of rubbish. Obviously an exception is if you've been told by your doctor or physician not to eat fruit or vegetables or any other food, then that's obviously, you should listen to that, but by and large that is a really kind of hard and fast sign for me that it is a fad. Fruit and vegetables are amazing. I am obsessed with fruit and vegetables. I love them. And also, it's the whole fad thing again. If a diet's telling you to cut out fruit and vegetables and it's meant to be a long-term plan rather than a short-term plan, what on earth is that telling you to do? It's telling you to miss out some incredible nutrients from your diet. That's very irresponsible and a surefire sign of a fad. My next point kind of ties in with the first point, and that is if a diet is telling you that you need to buy additional supplements which are most likely produced by the company, I would run a million miles in the opposite direction. Supplements are a whole different topic, to be honest. It's a massive subject. My personal belief on supplements is that a lot of people have become over-reliant on them instead of just eating real food. I think you should eat as much real food as you can and get as much of your nutrition from actual food as possible. And for example, I'm a vegetarian, so I have a vitamin B12 spray that I spray under my tongue because I can't very easily get that from food. However, the vast majority of nutrients you can get from food. And then here's my final point for spotting a fad diet, and I'm sure so many of you will be able to relate to this right now. You might see a lot of people on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram popping up saying that they are representatives for particular companies, and they want to sell you whatever that company is selling at a discount price, or they can do you a deal. It could be, to be honest, it's virtually anything to do with any kind of diet. There are loads out there, either supplements, sort of shakes, meal things. It can virtually be anything. That I don't think there are any limits these days. And you've got to understand, again, it relates back to the sort of selling things. Those people are on commission to sell you something whether or not it's right for you. So again, I would avoid those at all costs personally. It's not something I would ever buy into. So there we go, there are some of my tips for spotting and identifying fad diets. I hope it's been helpful for you. If you have any questions, if you want to have a little discussion about this in the comments, please do leave me a little message and I'll get back to you and reply to everything. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!